How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crypto Clout. We are, in fact, doing a Bitcoin giveaway on this channel, so if you would like to have a chance to win zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and, of course, comment down below, including your Bitcoin wallet address. So if you are the lucky selected winner, you will have a place to receive your winnings, and we will be announcing the winner on Friday. So really, the only qualification is that you're a loyal subscriber to this channel with post notifications turned on, and you will qualify for a chance to win. And all that being said, today we're talking about Ripple and what it really means for Ripple to have this international network of transactions that's taking place. There's a lot of really interesting things that have been happening when I check out the news regarding what's happening in Kuwait and how this is going to be having a really substantial effect on the way that Ripple is perceived. This is an interesting article that I was checking out. Ripple goes viral with new announcements and wave of adoption. Today, Kuwait's biggest Islamic leader announces it will join RippleNet. Kuwait Finance House will join Ripple's network of banks and payments, provide the blockchain, yada yada. Really interesting content here. This is honestly interesting when you consider the Middle East, a place like Kuwait, having this sort of impact. And of course, we know that when it comes to the international affairs, this is going to have a really big impact as far as we see. Of course, cryptocurrencies are popular in places like Dubai. We see the various places in the globe where technology is advancing at a faster rate. So it is interesting to see articles like this from, of course, the Daily Hodl. And of course, it is interesting to see these various developments as they've been taking place in respect to the possibilities that are in store for Ripple. Of course, just looking at the news in regards to Ripple, it's no doubt that Hollywood is definitely paying attention to Ripple, and they've made their decision as far as cryptocurrencies go. And you consider the top 10 cryptocurrencies on here, and of course Ripple being at that number 3 position. It's very interesting that Ashton Kutcher and all these various different Ellen DeGeneres and these viral figures are essentially preferring Ripple because they could just as easily be promoting any other cryptocurrency. They could just as easily be promoting Bitcoin. So the fact that the mainstream media is trying as hard as it is to currently move the name Ripple into the public consciousness, I mean, $4 million speaks a magnitude. Money talks, essentially. And when people are using Ripple as a currency and legitimizing the technology, it really is interesting to see these developments as they've been moving forward. And of course, coming from the Global Coin Report headlines, as here is why Ripple will obliterate the competition. So honestly, it is interesting. Obviously, we take these various different news articles with a grain of salt because a lot of this is just clickbait. So we have to take all these different variables into consideration. Of course, I'd encourage everybody to think for themselves. Of course, when it comes to cryptocurrency, this is a very volatile space. That's honestly one of the reasons why it's so exciting. But of course, that's also one of the reasons why I would recommend people keep their heads straight and, of course, do your own research when it comes to these sort of things. You could always go and follow Ripple on their official Twitter verified account and all that, and they'll make sure to keep you up to date regarding all the various different developments. Twitter really is a great resource when it comes to staying up to date regarding cryptocurrencies. And shout out to Crypto Clout. This is actually the Twitter that we've been operating using, and it's basically a community-driven Twitter handle that we've essentially established. So I'll be including a link to this Twitter down in the description below. So if you guys have any interesting feedback that you'd like to share regarding Ripple, I'm all ears. This show is basically meant for community conversation, and of course it's interesting to see how much we've grown in such a short amount of time. We're reaching 20,000 subscribers, and it's really awesome to see how this community's grown and developed in such a short amount of time. And just want to thank everybody out there who subscribed to the channel. But of course, it is interesting to look at various other YouTubers. So of course, as always, we'll be shouting out the YouTuber of the day is going to be Dusty BC, because he made an interesting video which talks about the future of Ripple and this sort of viral trend that we've been seeing happening in the space with Ripple. But of course, I'd recommend that everybody go and subscribe to Dusty BC because it is interesting to be sharing this community with really intelligent people, and this is one of those interesting videos that helped to open up my perspective in respect to the new wave of adoption that's currently happening involving Ripple and these international affairs. So looking at these various different things, it is interesting to see how Ripple has been establishing itself across the board. All these various different of course real estate involving Ripple. It is interesting to see of course the 150 banks. Really interesting to see all these various different establishment deals that are being made across the board when it comes to Ripple. So moving forward, it is definitely really interesting to see the potential that's in store for Ripple as an international technology, as well as the various different possibilities that are in store for it. When you see the fact that it is the banking cryptocurrency, I understand a lot of people like to criticize Ripple and really talk down on the technology for being the establishment cryptocurrency, but I see the direction that the establishment is going, and honestly, I think that it's important to move in accordingly. And of course, I'd recommend to everybody do your own research. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, yada yada. This is not financial advice. Standard disclaimer. I think that the community is pretty aware of this. I'm not your dad, that sort of thing. But of course, it is interesting to see and watch these technologies as they've been developing. We have to understand how early we are when it comes to cryptocurrency, and that the fact that we're paying attention to it at this point is a key strategic advantage, because just as much as we've seen so much happen with Bitcoin in the past year, moving forward, cryptocurrency definitely is one of those spaces that's having a lot of various different developments. And of course, it's very interesting to see Ripple really leading the way as it goes viral and spreads cryptocurrency in a positive way to a new crowd of people, because let's be honest, these celebrities have a far reach. So it is interesting to see the various potential that's made possible by cryptocurrencies as we continue to move forward. But of course, that's all just my opinion. This entire video is just my opinion, but I'd also recommend that you guys go and do your own research when it comes to these things. And of course, remember to subscribe to the channel and put post notifications on. Post them alone, post notifications. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, all that. And remember to comment down below, letting me know what you guys think about Ripple. And of course, remember to hit us up on our official Twitter, well, the new Twitter, because we're really hoping to see a lot more community interactions in the future. It is awesome to see tweets getting 24 likes and so forth, and all these various different things. It's really exciting to see the community has been growing. Yeah, I'd definitely say that it is interesting to see Ripple at this price point of 60 cents. Of course, in the context of the market cap being where it is at 326 billion. And of course, it is interesting to see how the market cap has been moving along as things have been developing. And of course, I would say that strategically, Ripple is a good component when it comes to the totality of all the cryptocurrencies and the way that this is moving forward. I'd say all publicity is good publicity in some spaces, but when it comes to cryptocurrency, good publicity tends to be good publicity. And I would say Ripple having mainstream appeal and of course establishing these various deals with international components are really setting up Ripple in a key strategic way, and it's going to be very significant to see how this technology develops as we move forward. So definitely it would be interesting to keep an eye on Ripple. I definitely recommend you guys do some research regarding this technology. It is really interesting to see how things have been developing, of course, along the way, and of course all these various different establishment recognition points, clout points, if you will, because this is crypto clout, where we talk about the clout of coins. And Ripple definitely does have a good blockchain, really substantial. And I would say it's important to look at the team that's working on these technologies. And my understanding of Ripple is fundamentally data driven. I'm a data guy, and when it comes to understanding Ripple, I would say that it's really looking promising from my perspective. But of course, it's just my opinion so quickly. And it is awesome to watch cryptocurrencies develop, and the potential that's in store for these things, especially when you hear about countries in the Middle East and all these various different developments. It really seems as if the leading edge of technology has definitely warmed up to cryptocurrency, and I would say it's here to stay. When you see something going so viral in respect to these mainstream audience, cryptocurrency definitely does have its place in the public discourse that's currently happening. But that's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.